Shannon was putting clothes out of a travel bag into the washing machine when suddenly something bright fell out of it. "What the hell is that?" Disgusting, the woman whispered squeamishly, holding the lacy panties in her hands. A suffocating wave of heat came over her. Her heart was racing. Shannon looked at her husband, who was nearby. "So, are we going to have lunch?" Chris asked impatiently. "Can't you just wait in silence?" Shannon replied grudgingly. "What's wrong with you? Aren't you happy to see me?" "I'm happy. Okay, let's have lunch, or you'll starve to death." "Didn't they feed you there?" "What are you talking about? Who's going to feed me?" "I told you, let's go together." While Chris was eating his lunch, Shannon was sitting motionless, holding a cup of tea that was already cold. She recalled her whole life, the day she got married right after graduation, the day she gave birth to her son Josh, and how happy they were when her husband got a job in a construction company. They started traveling abroad on long business trips as a family. Shannon's education came in handy, and she worked too. They lived away from home for many years, and when they returned to their hometown, they built a new spacious house. They gave some of the money they had saved to their grown son, who was starting his own business. Things went surprisingly well. The company generated a good income, and soon Josh bought a large apartment, got married, and then their grandson Paul was born a few years ago. Josh suggested that his parents move closer to him and build a new house for them. Chris immediately started packing, but Shannon was against it. It was impossible to talk her into it, so Chris went there alone. "You should see what our son has built. It's not a house but a real palace. You should come and see it," Chris said when he called his wife. "No, I'm fine at home," Shannon replied, totally bored. Chris asked to work for his son. Josh provided him with a company car and a position as a utility assistant. Now, the father was in business, returning to the mansion in the evening, but still, whenever possible, he would go home to see Shannon. When he finally persuaded his wife, she came there, looked at everything, praised their son, and a week later decided to go back home. That's how they lived for a while, sometimes together, sometimes apart. The next year, Shannon planted a vegetable garden. She didn't want to leave, and it started all over again. "Maria, what am I supposed to do?" "Tell me," the woman asked her friend when she came to visit. "I would make a scene," she exclaimed. "Even if I make a scene and kick him out, he'll really leave because now he has a place to go. We spend our whole life together. Do I have to be alone in my old age? It's better to be alone. You won't be lost without him. But I love him. When I think that he can find another woman and leave me, I don't even want to live." "Well then, no tantrums, just watch him. Maybe you'll notice something unusual." "There's nothing to notice. Our son gave him money for good clothes and a stylish haircut, and now Chris looks young and attractive. And I spend all my time in the vegetable garden. I have no reason to wear fancy outfits. There you go, he'll get a young mistress, and you won't even notice." "What on earth are you talking about?" Shannon said angrily. "Just pretend like you don't know anything. If you have a rival, let her get worried. After all, she sends you that disgusting little gift for some reason. So, let's find out why she did it. I think I know why she slipped her underwear into his bag on purpose, so I'd find it, and then kick Chris out, and she'll already be waiting for him with open arms. Except it won't work. It's not going to happen." A couple of days later, the friends met again. "So, did you find out anything? Tell me." "There's nothing to tell. Everything's the same as always. I guess either he's a very good actor and is pretending to be innocent, or he isn't guilty. Oh, I don't know. I don't believe Chris would cheat on me. You said yourself he's angry because you don't want to go there with him." "Well, yeah, I just don't want to move anywhere. My home is here." "That's the reason." "What do you mean?" If you don't want to live with him in your new house, another woman will gladly settle there. What the hell are you talking about? I'm trying to talk sense into you. Do you really believe that your husband is willing to live alone? As Chris was about to return to his new mansion again, his wife couldn't stand it and asked, "Why don't you ask me to go there with you anymore? That may be some other time." Really? Why? Well, he mumbled, "I can't tell you." What? Tell me. Our son asked me not to tell you anything yet. Chris, tell me what's going on. He's preparing a surprise for you, so he didn't want you to arrive and find out ahead of time. All right, then. It's time to stop acting like an old lady, Shannon said when she visited her friend. From now on, I have a strict dress code. I'm going to the beauty salon. Will you join me? Of course, Maria answered enthusiastically. The friends went downtown and bought themselves new clothes, got stylish haircuts, manicures, and even a massage. At home, the woman was busy with household chores and completely forgot about the problems. But in the evening, the wife of Chris's distant relative called unexpectedly. "Shannon, I'm sorry, it's none of my business, but I feel like I should tell you." "What's wrong?" "Chris stopped by the other day, not alone, but with some young woman. I didn't see any romantic connection between them, but Chris was acting strange." "Oh, really? So, is she pretty?" Shannon clarified, her voice hoarse with nervousness. "No better than you. I'm sorry for the sad news, but I felt it necessary to warn you." "Thank you," Shannon said faintly and disconnected the phone. Collapsing onto the bed, she cried loudly. "It can't be. I don't believe it." Initially, she wanted to call her husband and clear things up, but later she realized it was pointless. Maybe she should go to his place. No, maybe she'd see something she didn't want to see. What should she do? Soon, Chris arrived and asked his wife to go to their new mansion together. Shannon asked her friend to take care of her vegetable garden and left with her husband. It would probably be best to see everything for herself. She mentally prepared herself to meet her husband's new lover, thinking about the worst of the worst. She fell asleep in the car. When she opened her eyes, she found herself in the yard of their new mansion. Josh was walking toward her with his wife, Victoria, and their little son, Paul. Shannon noticed a plot behind the building specially prepared for her seedlings. "So, how do you like our surprise?" Josh proudly pointed at the beautiful landscape. "Daddy and I did our best to please you. Here you can make a vegetable garden, plant whatever you want. Now, let's go inside. Look, we're almost done with the repairs. All that's left is to hang the wallpaper, but unfortunately, Mindy still hasn't finished her work, always making excuses." "Mindy?" Shannon asked, warily. "Yeah, she works for me, helps around the house." The next morning, Chris was getting ready for work, and Shannon was doing something in the kitchen when suddenly she heard the key unlocking the front door. "Chris, I made you a cherry pie," an unattractive woman in her 40s said as she entered. When she saw the hostess come out to her, she hid her hands behind her back. "Interesting," Shannon said. "Except Chris doesn't like cherries. You'd better make a meat pie." "Chris, how did she get here? And actually, who is she? And why does she have a key to our house?" "It's Mindy. She's doing repairs while I'm at work," the man hurriedly explained. "Okay, I gotta go to work. Give me the keys." "Why are you so worried about someone else's husband?" Shannon wondered. "Because no one takes care of him, he's always alone. And I'm single. And actually, I thought you two were already divorced." Mindy suddenly became bolder. "I suppose you're the one who sent me the panties. You thought I'd find that underwear and kick Chris out. Don't even think about it, he's not going anywhere." "Yes, I did that. It's not even your size." Well, I didn't say it was my underwear. Recently, your son took a young girl home. I suspect it's his mistress. Anyway, the gift I sent you belongs to her. Don't you dare say anything to my daughter-in-law, or I'll tell my son about your manipulations, and be sure he'll immediately fire you. Now, give me the keys and don't ever show your face to me again. Shannon was confused. Is her son really cheating on his wife, or is Mindy lying? She needed to figure everything out. That evening, Shannon got a call from her friend. Remember when we went to the massage therapist? Well, the therapist found me. He came with flowers and sweets. He says he wants to see me every day, and he proposed to me. Shannon, can you believe it? And what do you think of his proposal? Well, I'm happy because I like him too. Shannon made sure Mindy finished her work as soon as possible and left. Then she went to take another look at her new vegetable garden, deciding where to start. In the evening, her son called. If the room is finished, I'll tell them to deliver the furniture tomorrow, he informed. Also, Kate is coming tomorrow. She is the designer who's helping us to decorate the house. She'll supervise the workers and tell them what needs to be installed. You'll have a small gym at home. Gym? What for? Shannon protested. It's time to take care of your health. Dad has heart problems, and you need to do something about your blood pressure. Kate arrived the next day. She looked very young and told Shannon that she was still a student. It was her first interior design project, but she clearly knew what she was doing and confidently supervised the workers. Shannon decided not to hesitate and approached Kate with the underwear she found in her husband's bag. I guess it's yours. I'm sorry, but I see this for the first time. It's definitely not my underwear, the girl laughed. I'm sorry, but we have to hurry up, so I'll get back to work now. Shannon was even more confused. If Kate is not her son's mistress, then whose underwear is this? While she was pondering, Kate had already finished her work. Here's everything for exercising, gym equipment, various necessary items. I hope it will be comfortable for you. Also, you will find wellness workouts for seniors on your TV. I hope you enjoy everything. If you need anything else, feel free to call me anytime. Shannon didn't ask Chris anything, pretending that nothing had happened, and he kept silent with a frustrated look. Finally, he couldn't stand it any longer and said, "Honey, I'm sorry about this morning's scene and for running away. I was so confused by Mindy's strange behavior that I didn't know how to react. I don't know what the hell happened to her. I mean, she knew you were coming, but she pretended we were alone in the house, and she made that damn pie for no reason. You know I can make lunch myself. She'd never cooked anything before. She only did repairs and cleaned the house. We didn't even talk much, only discussing repairs rarely. I don't understand why she made that scene. I'm sincere with you. Do you believe me?" "I do." In the evening, her son returned home with his wife. Shannon's daughter-in-law was unpacking bags from the grocery store when she suddenly saw those damn panties. "Where did you find it?" "I searched the whole house," Shannon's daughter-in-law asked. "But," daughter-in-law smiled, "is it your underwear?" Shannon was surprised. "Yeah, I lost them about a week ago." Shannon breathed a sigh of relief. She was happy about this turn of events, but at the same time, she was annoyed when she understood Mindy's plan. That evening, while walking with her son's wife, she told her about all of Mindy's tricks. How could she do such a thing, and more importantly, why would she do it? The daughter-in-law was shocked. "It doesn't matter anymore. I hope you will fire her, and we will never see her again. Of course, don't worry about Chris. He loves you very much and will never leave you. Shannon and Chris are always together now. They have improved their health through regular exercise. Their daughter-in-law is trying to get them on a healthy diet, and their grandson is teaching them computer skills. The couple works in the garden together. Shannon doesn't dare to sell their old house because their whole life is connected with these places and their old friends are still there. Thank you for joining us today on Deep Stories. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video.